Welcome to Primary Science. Use your common sense and present a logical answer to the questions. Today we talk about matters, state of matter. Okay, we will cover types of matter, characteristics of different matters, summary with keywords, give examples, and Q&A. Type of matters, we have gas, liquid, solid. What are the gas? You should know what is called air, smoke, and water vapor. Those are gas. Okay, liquid. Anything is what? Water, soup, soft drink. Then how about solid? It's like ice, stones, metals. Look at this video. When it's thundering, it will produce light. Light is not a matter. Characteristics of three types of matters. Please look at this video. You see that we are pouring hot tea into a cup. Please observe what you have seen in the video. You should be able to see hot vapor, tea, and a cup. So, please identify the types of matters. Hot vapor is gas, tea is liquid, cup is solid. This is the first characteristics of matters. All matters have mass and volume, or we call space. Now we look into individual types of matters, and based on their shape, volume, can be compressed or expand. Alright, look at gas. We know gas will be able to blow up, so there are no fixed shapes, no fixed volume. It can be able to compress or expand it. Then how about liquid? Liquid usually need to have a containers. The shape depends on the types of containers. Therefore, it don't have fixed shapes. If the liquid in the bottle is 1 liter, when you pour to the cup, it also equal to 1 liter. Therefore, it's a fixed volume. It cannot be compressed or expanded. Solid has a fixed shape. It also has a fixed volume. Of course, it cannot be compressed or expanded. On this slide, it shows you the summaries of these topics. If you manage to understand this topic well, shall we try a question? Beaker A and beaker B are filled with water. Each has 200 cm cubes of water. Beaker A is left in the room. Beaker B is placed in a freezer. After 5 hours, both of them are placed on the tilted table. Question is A. Write down the state of water in the beaker A and beaker B. B. Draw the water level for both beakers as shown on the diagram below. I believe this question is not too difficult. For question A, we know that beaker A is in the room. Therefore, water in the beaker A remains as a liquid state. Where beaker B is put in the freezer, therefore water in beaker B have changed from liquid to ice. Ice is a solid state. Question B is to draw the water level. Since we know beaker A is still in the liquid state, water level should be parallel to the ground, whereas for beaker B has changed to solid state. It should have the fixed shape as is placed in the freezer. Question 2. A pump is connected to a glass container. The volume of the glass container is 200 cm cube. It contains 50 cm cubes of oil as shown. 60 cm cubes of air is pumped into the glass container. What is the final volume of air in the glass container? Explain your answer. Let us answer the question step by step. The question is to ask you, what is the final volume of air in the containers? Now, you look at the gas containers. It is 200 cm cubed and it have occupied 50 cm cubes of oil. Therefore, the air initially only have 150 cm cubes in the glass containers. If now you pump in 60 cm cubes of air into these glass containers, is the volume of air being changed? Look at the answer guides. The keywords we use is air needs space. Number 2, air can be compressed. Right. So, do you think that 60 cm cubes of air can be able to squeeze into the gas containers? Okay, look at the answer. The air in the gas container is 150 cm cube initially. After 60 cm cubes of air is pumped into the gas containers, the final volume of air in the gas container still remains 150 cm cube because air can be compressed. So this is the most important keywords. Air can be compressed. So addition marks were given to you if you say oil is liquid, it cannot be compressed. Can you get the answer right? Shall we do a short revisions? Look at the first pictures. Okay, a beaker's A consists of 200 cm cubes of water. After that, we throw 200 cm cubes of small stone into the water. The question is, why water level is lower than 400 cm cubes? It means that why not 200 cm cubes of water plus 200 cm cube of stones? The guide to you is air gap between stone, and another one is air can be compressed, so water can be able to run into the air gaps. Please remember, when the water runs quickly into the air gaps, it will change to air bubbles. Look into next diagrams. There are 400 cm cubes of water, and the beaker is 500 cm cubes of volume. If now I put 3 big stones into the beakers, you can see the water is overflow. Why? The hint given to you is volume. Can you think about the answer? Right, I give you the solution. Total volumes of 3 stones plus the volumes of water is more than the volume of beakers. Look at this video. We have 2 empty bottles are put into the water. Can you see air bubbles? While water entering bottles, a lot of air bubbles run out to the water surface, and gradually the air bubbles getting lesser and lesser. For this topic, your keywords mainly on mass, space or we call volume, shape or compress. The answer is quite similar to the revisions. You must remember that empty bottle have air. Can it be compressed? Okay, number 2, water push the air out. Then it will be able to have bubbles. Look at the last video. A man is blowing the balloon. A, before blowing the balloon, and B is after blowing the balloon. Which one is heavier? Why? Heavier, it means talking something have mass. Okay, so answer is B is heavier, air has mass. Come to the end of this video. We hope that you can memorize summary notes before your examinations. Please read the questions carefully, then you will be able to perform well. Thank you.